JP Morgan Chase is in the news currently for bringing this new system of in-house transactions. This won't include any third party. This is known as Pay by Bank. This is imposing a downfall for the Master and Visa cards, which are generally used by all. We aim to discuss this new system and its pros and cons ahead. So, let us begin. The Pay by Bank system. With no need for debit or credit cards, the new system being created by JP Morgan's corporate and investment bank, CIB, would put a threat to the lucrative fees collected by banks and major card giants Visa and MasterCard. It would also allow merchants to accept payments directly from customers. Chase has some of the greatest credit cards with incredible rewards for free travel, access to airport lounges, and other great benefits. Are they intending to abolish the credit card industry in favor of a more advanced new payment system? This new idea of payment created a conflict in the department. The departments are corporate and investment banks and consumer and community banking. Let us see what the conflict was. Split in the bank. The CIB's expectation that this pay-by-bank solution may displace plastic led to inevitable conflicts with JP Morgan's Consumer and Community Banking Division, CCB, which is expected to generate more than $5 billion in card revenues in 2021. Before Square, the fintech company co-founded by Jack Dorsey and now called Block, Diamond has claimed that JP Morgan should have developed its own mobile payments network for merchants. During the 6-hour meeting in November, the main topic of discussion was how the numerous influential internal interest groups at JP Morgan would divide up the pay-by-bank project. Daniel Pinto, the bank's president and CIB director, as well as Marianne Lake and Jennifer Piepszak, who had recently been appointed to co-run the CCB and will take the place of the more powerful Gordon Smith in 2021, were among the executives there. Pinto and Smith appeared to be friendly rivals, boasting at business functions that their division was the largest in the bank while quoting various data. Although Chase has linked Zelle into its banking system, paying to shop in person is difficult since the retailer must first supply a phone number before being listed as a contact. This process takes longer than simply swiping a card, since the federal bank is also introducing an instant payment system operating from 2023. This is why Jamie believes this to be the right time to move with Pay by Bank. The short-term and long-term practice. An important aspect of the short-term is that according to those engaged in the experiment, JP Morgan thinks Pay by Bank can replace credit cards in the near future for rent and bill payments, as well as cash, pricey debit cards, and checks. In the long term, this can shake the credit card industry. This is because the merchants will charge a fee for paying for the cards. Let us take it to be 3%. On the other hand, we already have a system where no charge is to be paid for paying method. The customers will switch to the latter one. In some states, it is illegal for businesses to charge a processing fee for credit card transactions. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Maine, Massachusetts, New York, Oklahoma, and Texas are those states. Educational institutions, governmental organizations, utility firms, and a select few other businesses are prohibited from imposing fees by MasterCard and other companies. Therefore, once companies in these states have broad access to these extremely affordable or fee-free pays by the bank or FedNow systems, some of them would cease accepting credit cards altogether, which would result in a reduction in the quality of the cards available in the card market. There is a sort of competition taking place between various banks and organizations to offer a less expensive immediate payment method. But consumers still use credit cards because they prefer the $0 responsibility, extended warranties, or insurance they offer. Pay by Bank would allow vendors to collect payments straight from a customer's bank account. Given deeply rooted consumer habits, extensive reward programs, and fraud protections that are more clearly defined than competing payment choices, executives at large card companies privately maintain their skepticism that Pay by Bank will overtake credit cards in the US anytime soon. The recent purchases of fintech startups Tink and Finicity by Visa and MasterCard, respectively, and other moves by card issuers have been made to strengthen their capacity to support direct transactions despite their confidence. Additionally, banks like JP Morgan, who have long been motivated to preserve the status quo since they receive the majority of interchange fees from card payments, are hedging their bets in the hopes that Pay by Bank will at least partially offset the threatened earnings. Because of this, Diamond intervened and exhorted his teams to overcome the conflicts and prevent any interruption. According to those briefed on the plans, JP Morgan is now planning to launch Pay by Bank next year and is in discussions with at least one fintech business about a collaboration to offer infrastructure support. The project is still being worked on by the CIB and CCB. Around 40 senior executives from the two divisions attended the bank's senior leaders' payments offsite in July, which was held at the upscale Cipriani restaurant in Manhattan. So that's it for today's picks, guys. I hope you liked the video. Please leave a like and be sure to subscribe to my channel.